Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is Gamester81. This review is going to be over a classic game by Taito. It's called Jungle Hunt. It came out in 1982. Was later ported to a lot of systems in 1983, including Atari 2600. I remember the Commodore 64 version. Also the ColecoVision version is actually a pretty good port as well. First stage is 4 stages of this game. This is the first stage. You have to hop on these vines. I apologize for those lines that are coming across the screen. That's the camera that causes that. It doesn't happen when you actually watch the screen, so I apologize if that's annoying, but anyway, you guys can kind of get the idea. This is pretty tricky as far as timing goes. Later stages, it gets much more tricky actually. Here's the second stage. You're in this water and you're swimming, and you have to kill these pink alligators or gators. I'm not sure why they decided to make them pink, but every stage that you're on and however more difficult it gets, the color pattern is actually changed. Interesting as well. This stage, on the far right, you see your meter with your air meter. If you run out of air, you die, so you have to make sure you actually go up for air every once in a while. You gotta also watch out for the bubbles, because if the bubbles get you, they don't hurt you, but they definitely slow you down, and the gators can get you. You do have a knife in this stage, which is interesting. It's the only stage of the 4 to actually utilize a knife. Interesting. So you can kill the gators, but you gotta make sure their mouths are closed. If they're open, then you're kind of out of luck. Okay, here we are finishing up this level. And we're going to check out the next level. This is where you're running up a volcano. This is the second to last stage. And you got to jump and dodge these rocks and boulders. Some of the boulders you actually jump over, and if you do, you get 200 points, as I just did there. Other boulders you're going to have to run underneath, which you get only 50 points, which doesn't quite make sense. What's interesting about this game, though, when it was initially made, Taito called it actually Jungle King, and they decided to make the character more like a Tarzan character, shirtless with kind of a toga. And what was interesting, the company that owns the copyrights to Tarzan got really pissed and upset, so Taito decided to scratch that and change the name to Jungle Hunt and make him more like a safari guy, I suppose, safari hunter. There you go, bring him underneath the boulder. That's kind of interesting though. You only start with 3 lives in this game, and there is a timer, which is kind of interesting because it kind of pushes you through the level. This is the last stage, and I'll be honest with you, this is a very tough and tricky stage. You have to time it right. There's these guys. And what's interesting, you don't have a knife either in the stage, which is kind of ridiculous. You have a knife. Why can't you just stab them? I don't know. Anyway, you have to time it right. There I go. I timed it right and got my girl. So let's see what happens. Congratulations. I love you. Oh, and that's sweet. Happy ending, and then it starts all over again. Here's level 2. Notice the color patterns changed. It almost looked like he's wearing high heels. I wonder, almost looks like he's like a female. Anyway, this one's is much more difficult as far as timing the rub scope. You're going to also see here in a minute, there are going to be some obstacles like monkeys on the vines. You got to time it right. The key is timing. You got to be patient. You got to just time it up right. Watch, see the. Oh, there you go. You guys can kind of get the idea. It's very tricky. The Atari 2600 port actually not too bad on this game either. The music is not in any of the home ports for the consoles, just because I don't think it could handle the music, but there's a monkey you gotta watch out for. I'm not sure how many levels are in this game, to be honest with you. And there's no bar as far as tells you how far into the stage you are. I wish that'd be kind of nice, but here diving in. It's interesting, there's another little vine there. It's always there, I'm not sure why. But here's another where you get the gators. A lot more bubbles this time, as you can see, and they open their mouths a lot more. Definitely a lot more tricky. And I died. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, take care. Happy gaming. Bye.